Hello everyone, what is up? It is me, Ewan from WhatCulture. Today, joined by Josh.
Hello.
Because he's the only other one in the office who's completed Spider-Man PS4.
I know Scott has been slacking, to be honest with you. I thought he'd finished it. I came in today expecting to have a good little banter with everyone about the story of Spider-Man PS4 because it is so good, and he's not even finished it.
I know. So yeah, we'll have some minor spoilers in this discussion right now pertaining to the Taskmaster side mission. But basically, we kind of want to ask the question: have Insomniac created the beginnings of a Marvel gaming universe, kind of like Disney have done with the MCU? What do you think about that?
110%.
Yeah.
We don't actually see any other superheroes in this game from the Marvel universe, which was confirmed before launch, which was a bit of a shame, but the iconography is everywhere. And I think it's very sort of important to know that it's definitely the characters Marvel already owns. Like, at least I haven't found any references to kind of Fantastic Four or XMen in there. It's very Marvel-based.
There is actually a Wolverine Easter egg.
Is there really?
The game. Yeah,
okay.
So there's a bit where you take down, like, you get dialogue-specific missions for kind of random acts of crime. If you liberate a Sable outpost, there is a piece of dialogue that Peter says, like, I'm the best at what I do, and what I do is whipping or something like that. So, like, yeah, there is a reference to Wolverine, but you're right, there is no Baxter building, there is no Westchester mansion if you're expecting to see the X-Men or whatever, but you do have the Sanctum Sanctorum, you have the Avengers Tower, you have the offices of Nelson and Murdoch, Alias Investigations, Josie's Bar, Clinton Mission. Hell's Kitchen is stocked to the brim.
It really is. It's potentially the best area in the game, at least for me.
I saw a really interesting tweet over the weekend as well, where someone said that if someone isn't just using the map that Insomniac have built for this game and then spinning that off into different New York-based heroes like Daredevil, Luke Cage, the Heroes for Hire, whatever, they're just wasting money, because this is a perfect creation of New York. And even if it was just that one block in Hell's Kitchen making a very kind of linear Daredevil game, you could probably get a lot of joy out of it.
Well, that's interesting, actually, because when you do go onto the ground, it is so detailed. Like, you miss a lot of it when you're just sort of swinging through the city, and just sort of Hell's Kitchen itself could be the base for at least, maybe not like a full game, but I could see like a DLC starring these characters and stuff. And I don't think that's entirely out of the question when we look at what they've got planned. With Black Cat is the first piece of DLC. I think there is two more to come.
One called Turf War, and then the other called Silver Lining, which implies the Silver Sable returns.
See, that would be really cool. And I assume they're going to stick with Spider-Man. They don't want to create other characters, because then other developers would have to pick up what they've started, and you assume Marvel wants to give the developers like as much freedom as possible, but this certainly sort of sets the groundwork for it, and it is a little bit disappointing that no one else turned up in the story, considering the Avengers Tower is there when a load of crap is going down. But still, I think, man, this is going to be so cool if they kind of get it up and running. Ewan, what are you looking forward to?
Yeah, I'm kind of, that's one thing I was going to ask you, because obviously we know that there are two further Marvel games to come. We have the Avengers Project, which is rumored to be like a reboot of the Marvel Ultimate Alliance franchise, which is interesting in the year of our Lord 2018, that we could potentially be having kind of a return to the isometric kind of gameplay that kind of Raven Software did with X-Men Legends and Ultimate Alliance. But then there's also been talk of Square Enix, I think, doing a Guardians of the Galaxy game. Which, again, I think it would be very interesting if all these things intersect, because obviously Spider-Man PS4 is a PS4 exclusive, and Avengers Project, as far as I'm aware, that's going to be released on every single console. So it would be interesting if Marvel games were able to get away with the idea that Spider-Man is a PlayStation brand per se, but it's still interconnected with all their different games, because in a way, if you have Avengers Project coming out on the Xbox, or Guardians of the Galaxy coming out on the Xbox, and they reference Spider-Man on PS4, Microsoft are effectively handing Sony free promotion there. Yeah. So that's one logistical kind of error to consider.
I didn't even think about that, but that is interesting. But then at the same time, like we said before, this is a very sort of Marvel universe that they're creating, and very much tied to like the film incarnations. And I think that would work sort of the same as Sony's licensing agreement. There, I know it's a lot more headaches because you have different platform holders, and it's not quite as cut and dry. But I think they could probably pull it off without, I don't know, annoying too many people logistically.
There's also another thing that I wanted to talk about before we wrap this discussion up. But when you kind of face off against Taskmaster, he's very much an Avengers villain. He references fighting the Avengers when he first kind of traps you and you have to fight your way out. At the end of that resolution, you get a tease for a future game where he kind of talks about how a team hired me to basically see if you would join them for like a 6-figure salary. And I put it to you, commenters, because I don't know, in the eons of knowledge that I have locked up in this brain, all about Spider-Man and Marvel Comics. I don't know what this team could be. I don't think the Avengers pay that well. I don't think the Defenders basically get paid in free beer at Josie's. So, like, yeah, I don't really know.
I'm drawing a blank on this one, but I'm going to guess that's a tease for the DLC. Potentially a lot of the side quests in this game sort of tease not sequel setups, but DLC setups, which is cool because then you get them, in a couple of months' time. And I think we'll find out then, but I have no idea what that team is going to be.
But yeah, we love Marvel Spider-Man, and we really want to see where this universe could really go next. We want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Would you even like to see a sequel kind of based around Daredevil or other Marvel characters set in New York? Please do let us know. As always, like, share, and subscribe. And head back over to whatculture.com/gaming, where we've got loads of Spider-Man content for presumably the next 2 weeks.
It's never going to end, I don't think.
Never going to end. Okay, yeah. I've been Ewan.
I've been Josh.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.